Hey yo guys, how's it going? Tally here, and today I am bringing you round 3 of the Reddit non-meta tournament. Now, in this one we're up against Trains. There are a few misplays that I want to point out. Nothing that impacts the game state too much, but it's important that you guys learn so that you play better than I do. Okay, before we dive in, as always, if you like it, give it a like. Make sure to pop a wee hashtag for the algorithm down in the comments below. And if you're new here, feel free to join Team Tally by hitting that subscribe button. If we get this to 20 comments and 30 likes today, then I will post the next video tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll be on the same schedule as always. Let's dive in. Okay, so looking at game 1 of match 3. We won the die roll, which is what we want to do here. We want to go first with this deck, set up a Dark Law and a bunch of traps to deny them of the resources. So overall, we start off with a pretty decent hand, so as always, let's take a look at the hands. They start off with Brutal Dozer, which is decent, Ash, which could be problematic. Not really, we're heroes, we play through an Ash. They have Citadel, which is always good, Switchyard, which is great, and Redeployment, which is great. Okay, so essentially allowing them to use that Citadel for free later on, get that Redeployment to search some 2 cards. Tasty plays. However, we started off with Liquid, Faris, Solid, E-Call and Mask Change. So let's see how this plays out. We're going to grab the Shadow Mist, of course, because it's the best E-hero to discard off Faris, and then we're going to do the standard Vision hero plays. Alright, then of course we go into the bestest of boys, Cross Crusader, and the Ashes, because they don't want us to search Liquid Soldier. They don't know, we play 2 Liquid Soldier, so they ultimately just wasted an Ash. Okay, so we go for Solid Soldier, and we then go ahead and fuse. Now, I didn't have to summon Liquid Soldier, but I just wanted to show them it's pointless, right? This is the best deck in the tournament. It's pointless to try and stop us. It always goes through for us. Okay, and we end here with a Sunrise using the Solid and Liquid. So it goes Sunrise, Chainlink 3, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 1. The aim here was to revive the Shadow Mist. The Shadow Mist was then going to search us a Mask Change. I'm an idiot and forgot to search the Mask Change. Do not be like me. I was very rusty with the Dueling Book, which isn't an excuse, but I very much messed up on plays that I should know how to do. This is why Edo Pro isn't always good for you, because it does it all for you. Okay, you don't always have to think. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what we get. So we've got the Miracle Fusion, we've got 2 tasty draws, and we discard the Miracle Fusion. As you may have noticed there, I played both of these face up, because again, not too used to Dueling Book, so I didn't set them properly. But we end on, anyway, a Wonder Driver, a Shadow Mist for next turn, and the Solid with an Infinite Impermanence. So looking at our hand, and looking at their hand and looking at our board, this could go alright for us, okay, because ultimately, they have to do a lot of searching, which Dark Law is going to take care of. If they try and attack Wonder Driver or Dark Law, then Sunrise is going to pop them, and we have a negate. We also have a target and dodge with Dark Law, so if they try and do like anything like Infinite Impermanence on Dark Law, then we can just go into another one. So I'm feeling pretty safe going into this. Alright, plus, with Wonder Driver, we get a follow-up turn in Absolute Zero, and we also get a Dusted Gold off of the Shadow Mist, and we banish Metal Cruncher, which by the way could not have picked a better card to banish. Alright, so overall we're doing alright here. They tribute the Machina Fortress for Brutal Dozer, and the Brutal Dozer I believe is going to search them a card. Okay, no, it's going to special summon a card from the deck, and we cannot allow that to happen. So we hit them with the Infinite Impermanence, and they decide to scoop. Okay. So let's move on to game 2, guys. Okay, so here we are in game 2. Our opponent is going to go first. Now, their turn is going to comprise of them setting up a little bit of interruption along with some protection. Ultimately, this deck's main play is to survive the first turn with a big beefy boy here, with a little bit of recursion in the form of Anger Knuckle, and a little bit of interruption through Called by the Grave. Alright, so ultimately they want to survive this turn. They want to survive my turn, and the best way to do that is with a big beefy boy that's unaffected by other card effects and a quick effect pop in Derricrane when it's detached as Xyz material. Overall, not bad, right? If I don't kind of make plays this turn, then they could very easily go ahead and OTK me next turn. So let's see what we're going to do, but we open up the nuts as well. So we're going to do the standard Vision Hero plays. You know how this goes. Varus gets Increase, Increase gets Vion, Shadow Mist got us a Liquid Soldier. Okay, and we are going to go into the bestest of boys, the Cross Crusader. However, they have Called by the Grave are malicious, but we have most things of what we need to be able to do the do. Ultimately, I don't really see there being much that they could have, that we could have done with that malicious, other than an Honest Neos, which would have allowed us to beat over the Super Dora, but I'm not too bothered about that because we have the Liquid Soldier to go into Absolute Zero to pop off on their turn, and we have the Infinite Impermanence to negate it as well. So overall, we're fine here, let's keep going. Alright, so we do the standard, we get the draws, we get the Miracle Fusion, and we set up the Absolute Zero to try and push to do exactly what they did there. Right, so we're going to try and force out that Super Dora so that they don't have it next turn. Now, I didn't read Derek Crane, but essentially when it's used as Xyz material, it pops a card, so that forced us into using the Mass Change on our Absolute Zero. Now, me and my opponent, because being rusty, did slightly mess up the chain links here. The way that we kind of did it was a bit iffy. We did it so that everything did resolve, and mostly in the correct order, but overall it should be Chain Link 3, Chain Link 2, Chain Link 1, or Chain Link 2 and Chain Link 1, because these are both mandatory effects, so they've got to be Chain Link 2 and Chain Link 1. Overall though, everything kind of resolved as it should have, so we did fine, popped up their board, and we went for the second mass change into Darklaw, meaning that their graveyard is now off limits as it should be. And we started to dismantle their board very slightly. So we end our turn on a couple of hand traps, Effect Veiler, Infinite Impermanence set, and they try and go into Big Liba, but we go ahead, we've got the negate for the Leap, so we Effect Veiler it. They go for the Stampede to get some more recursion and make more big bodies, and we Impermanence it. And then they don't really have much other than attack in our Sunrise, so we go ahead onto our turn, and there was a slight misplay there. Important lesson, if a card's cost, right, and the cost part is important, says send a card to the graveyard, while Darklaw is on field, they cannot, right? You cannot send a card to the graveyard while Darklaw is on field, so if the cost is that it requires it being sent to the graveyard specifically, then you can't do it with Darklaw. If the effect is sending it to the graveyard, that's fine, but if you cannot pay the cost, which they couldn't in this case, then Darklaw prevented them from using double-headed Anger Knuckle. Okay, so we amend that, and now we're on to our turn. They Asher Foolish Burial, which isn't convenient, but we have the good boy Stratos, so we're going to go ahead and systematically dismantle their board and remove as many resources as we possibly can to stop them from plays. Now, I don't know if they have any one-card combos, but it doesn't look like they've drawn particularly well. We have a negate now, and they decide to end it because they don't draw anything worth playing. Not worth playing, these are actually two really good cards, but they need other cards to pop off. So, that's another round under our belt, guys. Let's take it to the outro. Guys, thank you very much for watching. That is the video for today. So let me know what you think down in the comments below about that matchup. Could I have played it better? Yes. Could you play it better? You will indeed in the future. So, as always, if you like the content, give it a like, and if you love it, give it a share and tell everyone you know about Team Tally today. And if you haven't yet and you still want to join Team Tally, that subscribe button is down there. As always, you have been amazing. I have been Tally. I will catch you all later. Bye.